I used to try to fit in, odd man out. I could never conform, I'm a standout. Trying to be like them, it never panned out. I took a different route, I got it planned out. I made my own lane, got my own swag. I'm a vibe, B, I'm in my own bag. My fly different, yep, I embrace that. I know my time coming, ain't gotta chase that. I'm built different, I hit different, always have. Ain't no shorty like me, keep it 100,000. I put my heart in it.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beauty for Ashes. It's your girl Toya, and I'm back with another video for you guys. I've been doing some thinking, some introspection, and just really reflecting on life. And I know for a long time, me personally, I feel like I've just pretty much existed. I'm here, I wake up every morning, I go to work, take care of my children, I'm a good wife, and then do it all over again the next day. I wouldn't really say I had a purpose, I guess. I mean, I knew I was here for a reason, but I just feel like I just kind of existed. I wasn't really living. And that bothered me because I feel like it's probably so much in this life that I'm missing out on. And don't get me wrong, the things that I listed, that is a part of my life and a very important part of my life that I love. However, I just feel like there has to be more than just this. So I just always feel that if I'm feeling this way, if I'm thinking these things. So tonight, my topic is stop just existing and start living. So I wanted to kind of dig a little deep and just get to the root of what may be holding you back. Like, what is it that's keeping you from living your best life, and for lack of another word to use. So, what is it? Like, what's keeping you stuck? Is your life routine? Do you feel like you're stuck in a rut? Your life is just on repeat. It's like Groundhog Day. Like, what is it? And how can you get out of it? Like, how can you actually start living and enjoying this life and just really appreciating every moment that we have? Because we all know that life is so, so valuable and life is so short. No matter how long you live, life is short. I don't care if you're 100 years old, like once you get to that place, it's like, man, life is short. I remember being probably in my teens, early 20s, and just thinking 40 was just like grandma stage, you know what I'm saying? Well, okay, I guess some people are grandmas, but you know what I mean? Like the gray hair and the just in my mind what 40 was is not what it is. I'm 44 and obviously like now I don't feel old. I don't feel that being in your 40s is old. I feel like, oh, I'm young. So anyhow, with that being said, it's just like, okay, no matter how old you are, like you still want to be able to enjoy this life and live it with purpose, live it with passion. So that's what we're going to start today. So what is it that's holding you back? That's the first question to ask yourself. So the first thing that I thought about is finding your purpose and your passion. And with that, you'll have to do some soul searching as well. But to a lot of you, it may come easy, it may come quick. Like, what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you go to bed thinking about, that you wake up in the morning thinking about? That thing that just drives you, that thing that moves you like nothing else can. What is that thing for you? So you have to identify what that is, and then you can build off of that. What's your purpose? We all ask that question like, why am I here? But it has to be something about you that God has kept you here. The fact that you're still here, the fact that you woke up this morning, God has a plan and a purpose for you. So, what is your purpose? Like for me, I feel like my purpose is to encourage people. I battle with thoughts of being good enough and being the one to be in this position to do it. But I'm like, you know what? I feel like I have an anointing in my life. I feel like God has blessed me and has given me these talents and abilities. And I feel that I am an encourager. I feel like I am a motivational speaker. Whether other people may see that in me or not, it's something I feel very passionate about. It's something that drives me to come up here and do these videos every week because I'm like, I have a gift and I feel like everything I've gone through was not in vain. Everything was with a purpose and a plan and has led me to this point in my life. 20 years ago, 15, maybe even 10, I could not have done this. I was in such a dark place in my life. I was battling depression, just in a downward spiral. I could never be in a place where I felt like I could encourage other people because I was so down on myself, But now I'm in a place where I feel like all of my struggles, all of my trials have been used to help be a blessing to someone else, have been used to encourage other people by telling my story. So for you, back to you, what is your purpose? What is your passion in this life? Like, you are here for a reason. So you have to find your passion. And once you find your passion, you can pursue it. And once you understand your purpose, you can live in it. Number two is, when are you your happiest? Like, just think on your life. When do you feel the most happy? Like, what are you doing? Who are you with? What are you eating? What are you smelling? Like, when do you feel happy? Like, if you could think of your perfect day, what does it look like? Think about it. Like, what does your perfect day look like? And in that perfect day, when are you the happiest? What's happening that's making you feel happy? That's making you feel elated? That's making you full of hope and joy? Think on that. And once you think on that, then you can create that happiness. If it's something that you've already experienced, then you can recreate that. Now, there are, of course, always some technicalities with that. If being your happiest may have been with a loved one or a situation that no longer exists, then, I can understand that it may be more difficult to find that happiness. But at the same time, you can't let that hold you back. You're still here. You still got to live. So, what is it that currently brings you happiness? We all have something, even if it's something small. So, we want to figure out what your happiness is for you. What does your happiness look like? And try to create that happiness. And if you can't think of a past experience that brought you happiness, think about a future experience that would make you happy or that you think would make you happy. I understand you may not know since you haven't lived it, but we all have dreams, we all have aspirations, we all have thoughts that and daydreams that we just sit and think like, man, like once I get to this level and this point in my life, I will be truly happy. So what is that for you? And what can you do? What role can you play into ensuring that that can happen for you? A lot of times we put our happiness off on other people. I've made a video about that previously, but you can't sit around wait for other people to make you happy. You are in charge of your own life and your own happiness. So you have to identify what it is that makes you happy, and you have to go get that. You can't let anything or anyone stop you from that. So my next question is, what's holding you back? I know I mentioned that in my intro, but really, like, what is it? What's keeping you from being your best self? What's keeping you from really living this life the way that you want to live it? Like, really think on that. Like, is it something that you don't think is possible for you? Is it someone that's holding you back? Is it a situation that's holding you back? What is it that has you hostage from living? What's holding you hostage? And it's not for me to answer, it's for you to think about and reflect on. For me personally, I felt like I really couldn't be more than what I was. I felt like, well, this is my life. You know, I should be content with where I am. I have a good life. I'm blessed. And I see other people doing things that I love to do, things that I would like to accomplish. And it just seems so much bigger than me. It just seems like, how can that happen for me? I just really, um, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it for myself. I just felt like the things that I thought of was too big. I thought that it couldn't happen for me. But once I let go of that way of thinking, and I was like, you know what? If God is doing it for someone else or has done it for someone else, he can do it for me. And once I really truly start believing that, then I start operating in that spirit. I start operating in that in that faith that something better can happen, that God can use me in a bigger and better way. Like what I'm doing now is cool, but I feel like there's a way bigger plan for my life than what I see right now. So I started walking in that. And it's just like baby steps, I know where I want to go. I see this big, bright future ahead of me, but I just had to get started. You can't stay stagnant and stay stuck because you won't never get nowhere. You have to put one foot in front of the other. Just take baby steps, just a little bit at a time. Like they say, how do you eat an elephant? Like one piece at a time. Like when something's so big, it seems so overwhelming. But if you break it down into little baby steps, then it seems more achievable. Like we all feel good when we check something off our checklist or when we accomplish something and when we accomplish a task. So just start small, but just make sure you start somewhere. Don't not do nothing at all. um what are your fears? What is it that you're afraid of? What are you scared of? We all have hidden fears, things that we tend to keep to ourselves, things that we tend to bury. But what is it? And like I said, this video is about you being true to yourself. I can only guide you, but I can't give you those answers. Only you know those answers. So what is it that you are afraid of? Are you scared of failing? Are you scared of what other people think about you, what other people may say? For me, that was part of it. Even me starting my YouTube, I'm like, okay, what are my friends gonna think? What is my family gonna think? What are my coworkers gonna think? Like I just, I was afraid of rejection. And even beyond my YouTube, my music, like that's something that's very personal to me. Like I put a lot of hard work into that. So any type of negative feedback, is pretty hurtful or whatever, because when you expose yourself and you put yourself out there to the world and you don't get the love or the appreciation or the accolades that you feel that you deserve, it can be very disheartening, and it could be enough to make you just like, what, I don't even want to go down that path no more. Like nobody wants to feel rejected, or nobody wants to feel like they're not good enough. So, I mean, for me personally, that was my fear. Like, I'm not going to be good enough. I'm not going to rise to the occasion. And in some people's eyes, I may not have, or I may not be. But guess what? I stopped caring what they thought. And that's what got me back into what I love to do, because I'm like, what? At the end of the day, my purpose is to help people, to encourage people, to inspire people. So I have to be happy and content with that. I can't let anybody else stop that. So I keep it pushing. I'm like, what? Each day I got to dust my shoulders off and I got to just keep going. I can't let nobody else get in the way of my future and what God has planned for me. So guess what? I'm going to keep the pot going. And everybody else, they just going to have to catch up. All right, so my next question is, what are your dreams? Like, what is it that you dream about? What is it that you want to accomplish? You know, where do you see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years? Like, we all have dreams and aspirations. What are yours? Like, take some time to think about it. Like, I appreciate you listening to the video, but I need you to actually do the work. I need you to take a pen, take a sheet of paper or your phone or tablet, whatever. But I need you to write these questions down, and I need you to really reflect and think on it. What are your real dreams? What is it in this life that you have to accomplish before you leave this world? What are your dreams? What are the things that keep you going? When you close your eyes and you envision yourself doing that thing that you love, what is it? What is that dream? What is that thing that keeps you going? What is that thing that you can't shake and can't stop thinking about? Write it down. You want to write it down because once you see it, you can actually visualize it, just like vision boards. Yes. You know, I got this hanging up on my wall because every day I want to look at it and I want to remember what it is that I want, what it is that I'm aspiring for. I think that we all should keep our vision in front of us because it gives us something to aim for and something to accomplish. And that is what keeps us going. That's what keep our fire burning. So write your stuff down. Don't just think it. Actually write it down and revisit it. Like look at it as often as you can and keep reminding yourself of why you're here, why you're doing the things you're doing, why you working so hard, why you hustling so hard, why you cutting people out your life, why you're making different decisions. Remember your why to get to your what. And then the last thing, are you allowing your past to dictate your future? A lot of times we get trapped by our past mistakes, our past failures, and we just box ourselves into that person and we don't forgive ourselves and we just stay stuck in what we used to do and the mistakes that we used to make. Hey, none of us are perfect. We have all made mistakes. So do not let your past control your future. If anything, let your past catapult you to your next level. Learn from it. Learn from your mistakes. Like your past is your past for a reason, but use it to your advantage. Don't let it keep you hostage. Don't let your past hold you back from truly living now. Live in this moment. Enjoy this moment. That moment has passed. That moment is gone. It's nothing you can do about it. You can't take it back. You can't change it. All you can do is keep it pushing and keep moving forward and enjoy the life that you still have left now. Enjoy what's left of your life. You know, again, your life is valuable, time is valuable and precious. So don't stay stuck in the past. Like I said, what happened has happened. It's time to heal from the hurts of your past. It's time to move forward. It's time to let it go. Ain't nothing you can do about it now, but move forward, learn from it, and live. Guys, live your life to the fullest. All right. So please reflect on and think about the things that I've said tonight. And I think that in doing that and acknowledging and identifying these areas in your life, I really feel like it's going to change your life for the better. And I think that you'll finally be able to stop just existing and then just being here and actually living and really enjoying every moment of your life. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that it blessed you and that you got something out of it. Please like, subscribe, and share my video. And of course, any comments that you leave, I'm grateful for and I will respond to. All right, guys.